Okay, let's do it. Hopefully it will go smoothly. Okay. Yeah, I think I've practiced enough, so if this ends in a win, I'll probably arrange the time for the challenge. But we'll see. Let's not jinx things. First level is of course going to be very simple. Ouch. Yeah. Speak about jinxing things, of course that's not a problem. And we get a healer right here. Hey Lizard! Yes, indeed there has been. I won't say that I wasn't inspired by them, but I was. So... hopefully it will end in a win. I'm just doing one last practice run before. If I succeed in it, then I'm going to schedule the challenge with Jake. How are you doing? Thanks. I'm going to need it. Even though I feel comfortable in my chances, it's probably going to be way harder when I actually have to do it with lots of people watching. I'm not good at juggling with my legs. I should just wait for the sword. Get it extra 1-ups. Speaking of the sword, here it comes. Thank you. And let's practice juggling now. One up. 2 1-ups. Hey Elkora, how are you doing? Okay, 2 1-ups is still better than I usually do, so... oh, I died. Well, let's just say that I only got 1-up then. One 1-up. And of course I lost my sword. Not a big deal, things considered. Okay, and let's juggle this one. Nice, second one. I probably don't need any of the 1-ups from the birds, but it's always better to be safe than sorry. I'm not even trying with these ones, too hard. And the 1-up from points. Oh wow, that didn't hit him. Whatever. One die. I think I can juggle this one as well. Yep. Okay, so 3 1-ups. really good. And that's the end of the stage. Nice. Behind my time, but it's not about the time, it's about getting to the end. Hit points don't matter in this level. Thankfully, the turbo tunnel is just a warm-up. Okay, and let's do some tunneling. Oh, that was close. Okay, first section done. I remember struggling a lot as a kid in the turbo tunnel, but these days are long gone. Okay, can I do it? Yes, nice. Jump, jump, jump. Double walls, go bot. It's actually pretty amazing how they managed to make a game with so much gameplay variety on the NES. Like, each level feels different to play, but still fun. Okay. Now the hardest section. And that's the level. Okay, now my least favorite level, the icy caverns. Okay, I got hit like a scrap here. The whole level is just one big memorizing section. If you know what's ahead, it's easy. If you don't, you're going to die a lot. Oh, this actually worked. Come on. Throw the snowball. Destroy the wall. Yeah, the obstacles always appear just after you scroll the screen, which is pretty nasty. You don't have enough time to react to them, unless you know they are there. Pretty cheap. Jump. Ouch. Up and down, and up and down. Up and die, snowman. Here's a 1-up. The game is actually pretty generous with 1-ups, so... I think I'll collect like 25 over the over the course of the whole game. Which is a pretty nice cushion of for the inevitable mistakes that I'm going to make. Oh my god. Like this one. Oh, the game is pretty long and fairly challenging, so it's really hard to do it all without dying. Yeah, it's not even a difficult jump, it's just a slight misstep. But everything insta-kills you, so... You're not allowed to make mistakes here. Okay, that's a split. Down, up, down, up, down, 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 back. Or not. 4 downs, I guess. That doesn't matter. And let's grab the 1-up. Nice. The collision detection was garbage there, but it still worked out. Yeah, I have to account that I'm going to make stupid mistakes every now and then, and there's nothing I can do about it, no matter how much I practice. Just hard to maintain the consistency that the game requires of you. Plus there are some nasty RNG sections, which will also probably eat some of my lives. But there are a lot of lives in total, so I can afford to mess up a bit. Come on, jump to the right. I could beat him fairly, but this is way faster. Beating him fairly involves him jumping above the screen and then waiting for him to fall and then repeating that 10 times, so that takes forever. Yeah, if a game requires consistency, no matter how easy it is, yeah, I will mess up at some point, yeah. Same here. The game is pretty long too. Oh my god, these are some nasty patterns. Mines are RNG. And in particularly bad case, you can just die without a way out. It doesn't happen too often, but it happens sometimes, so I also expect to die here at some point. Okay, and the last section is usually very simple, only 3 mines left. That is nice. Okay, first try Surf City, that was nice. Now entering the Carnot's Lair, which is pretty boring section because all I have to do is wait for the snakes to move me. Eventually there are going to be more spikes and stuff, but it's still mostly a waiting level, which is pretty unexciting. And in the failure screen there are not even any kind of threats, you can't die here. Now I have to remember to do this section slowly, because if I do it too fast I get into a warp, and warps are not allowed. Yeah, there are some spikes. As long as I don't lose concentration, it should be easy. But it's easy to lose focus because the stage is so boring overall. The lack of stimulation just kills concentration. Okay. 2 more sections to go. Here there is no floor, so if I ever fall off the snake, it's an insta-kill. Yeah, the spikes look really intimidating here, but their hitboxes are garbage. So usually you can just jump through most of the spikes. That's one of the things that game is merciful about. If the hitboxes were accurate, these jumps would be insane. Okay, now the last section. Pretty short, thankfully. Ah, that was pretty bad jump. Well, it was good enough. Okay, this should be the last snake. I don't think the route I'm taking is the intended one, but it's the easier one, so... And that's the end of the stage. Oh well, I'm actually on my best time so far, that's nice. Of course I'm going to lose all the advantage in the Terra tubes, but it doesn't matter. Okay, so Carnot's Inferno, this is pretty much Turbo Tunnel Mark II. First you have an easy beat 'em up part, and then you have the vehicle part, which is way harder. Okay. I'm always scared about these logs, but they also have pretty merciful hitboxes. So this jumping is pretty easy, way easier than it looks. Okay, and these enemies are just... Okay. These enemies are, on the other hand, are pretty scary because they insta-kill you. Okay. I managed. Now we have the hit point restoration, which doesn't matter because there are only 2 easy enemies. And after that, the vehicle part, where everything insta-kills you, so... I have no idea why they restored HP, but they do. Okay, and here's memorization section. If you don't know where to go, you're going to die a lot. Because you don't have enough time to respond. Okay, middle, up, down, middle, up. Okay. Now the fireballs, which are also RNG, they are slower than the mines, but I find the background incredibly distracting, which makes it hard to focus on the mines, on the fireballs. There's also a 1-up in the middle. Nice, I've got it. If it wasn't for the 1-up, I could just fly on the bottom part of the screen and ignore the distractions, but I can't. Okay, so the rockets are easy because the bottom ones are glitched, so if you stay on the bottom you can't get damaged. And there's one 1-up on the top, which I'm going to try to get. Nice, I got it. Another memorization section. Okay, and the final part, which is again dodging the obstacles, just like the turbo tunnel. The only difficult part is the last wall, so let's hope I can get it the first time. Nice. Okay, Intruder Excluder, which is just a platforming stage. Pretty forgiving overall, except for the boss. Thankfully there are 2 1-ups here, so if I'm lucky I just end up with more lives than I had at the start. Okay, one up here. If I have the stick, this part is easy because I can destroy these monsters with the stick. Without the stick they are invincible. Smack, smack. The gas traps insta-kill you, as do the fans. But if I have the stick I can destroy the fans, so not a big problem. It's overall very useful to be able to keep the stick for the whole level, but not a big deal if I can't. Okay, sync up. Yeah, now I can destroy this. Grab the second one up. And destroy this fan. And this fan. And... sure, let's destroy this one as well, why not? Oh my god, I'm lucky I didn't die there. That could have been the pit. Okay, now just straight jumping to the boss. Okay, and here's the boss. Each of his attacks insta-kill you, which is pretty nasty. And I have to land 21 hits, which is the standard number for killing any boss in Battletoads. I should probably keep track of how many times I've hit him. If I'm lucky I can just keep juggling him in the air, but that's pretty tricky. Yeah, and somewhat risky, so I usually don't go for that. I just try to be fancy here. Okay. Yeah, but with some juggling it goes down really quick. Okay, what now? Terratubes, which is the worst level in the game. If I can beat Terratubes with 5 or more lives, I'm pretty confident I can do the rest of the game. Here are some simple enemies. They're actually pretty unfair as well, because if you touch them they insta-kill you. And their main attack paralyzes you, which then lets them walk into you to insta-kill you. Okay, now we have the Cork Chase, which is whatever. They're a big part of this level, but they're pretty straightforward. What I am worried about is the swimming parts, which are horrible. And there are two, and they are pretty long. Okay, final cook for now. Okay, now for the worst segment in the whole game. Swimming part. Jumping out of the water is super jank, and there are those super annoying eels, which are RNG, of course. Leave me alone. Okay. The second eel usually isn't a problem, the first one is, but this time it was the second eel who killed me. Now, depending on the luck, there might be hammerfish here who push me into the spikes, but I got lucky. And there's hammerfish here that I can dodge, no problem. If I'm super unlucky, the eels can spawn here as I'm passing through them, but they usually don't show up, so that's not a big deal. It is a big deal when it happens, but it almost never happens. Okay, and now two sharks. Oh my god, leave me alone. Okay, and swim to the one-up. And swim to the checkpoint. Nice, okay. This is looking pretty good right now. The hardest section is behind me, and I've only lost like 3 lives in the whole run, so that's pretty good. That means I've got like 20 left, which is really nice. Yep, and wait for this cog. And here's the final one-up in the game. And because it respawns, you actually can't lose the lives in this part, so this thing is free. But since it's a swimming section, it's also pretty unfair. Oh well. The ducks are easy but annoying, because they insta-kill you like almost everything else in the game. Okay, and here's a hammerfish. And here's the shark, the most annoying shark in the whole game. Okay. And there's still hammerfish up, which... Okay, wow. Okay, and that's the level. I don't think I've ever died on the way down. Okay, and it's not going to be the first time. Okay, so I'm on my PB. Really nice. Okay, here's the rat race. It's a section of 3 races against the rat, which hasn't spawned yet, but will in a second. Yeah, it's spawning right now. And I have to make it to the bomb before the rat does. And if I don't, the bomb explodes and insta-kills me. Thankfully the first 2 races are really simple. So this is pure formality. Here's the first bomb. Nice. Now the second rat, which is also pretty straightforward. The third rat is the worst. It's actually the part in the game that took me the longest to practice to be able to consistently beat it. But I think I've got it now. Okay, and now the final race. starts right now. Okay, there's a lot of free falling involved. You want to be as good as you can get on these to gain a lead on the rat, because rat is way faster and there are these long straight sections. If I do it pretty well, I don't even encounter the rat in the first section of beams. Ah, this is bad, this is bad. Of course I can still make it up. How long did I practice for? I'm glad to answer in a second, because this is hard section. Okay, and yeah, thankfully the lightning gods were merciful. So I think I've been practicing for like 3 weeks, but I have beaten Battletoads before, so I roughly knew how to beat the game. Working on consistency took like 3 weeks to be able to beat all the sections without dying. And this boss is also pretty easy. I say as I didn't die. Nice. Okay, just hit him from behind. And if I want to be fast or fancy, I can try juggling him. Yep. Ah, of course I die. That's what I get for trying to be fancy. Okay. And that's the boss. Okay, now Klinger Winger. This should be a freebie. Just need to dodge the raise the orb and get as far away as possible. And then it ends with a boss battle. Okay, that was bad, that was also bad. Okay, this isn't the run of my life, but I can make it up. Hopefully. Okay, I'm gaining the time back. Still kinda tight. Yeah, I'm not sure I can do it. Yeah, this is... I messed up on the ending. Yeah, I think this is a loss. Ooh, that was super close. Okay, I saved it. Yeah, if the orb hits you during the race part, you die and have to start from the start. The orb is faster during the... it's always faster, but you can gain some time by doing the turns. Well, I messed up a bunch of turns, so I almost died there, but thankfully it was enough. And now, if I'm lucky, I can just stun lock the orb. If not, I'm going to die once, it's fine. It's faster to stun lock it, but it doesn't consistently work. Yeah, now it's just a lot of waiting for the orb to show up. Okay. Okay, now the final level, the Revolution. Which is of course the pun on the rotating nature of the stage. Oh, Jesus, that was so bad, dying at the start. That's fine. these guys take 4 hits or 3 if you have a stick. So it's nice to keep the stick with you. One, 2, 3. The lever is pretty long, but it's not all that hard. Just need to not mess up all the time. Okay, and what's with this part? Okay, the green cloud can be super annoying. But it was easy this time. Okay, and here we are, the first checkpoint of the level. The red guys insta-kill you if they touch you with their mouths open. But they are not too hard. Okay, and here are the red clouds, which insta-kill you if you touch their gas. Okay. And now the super durable green cloud. This one takes 7 hits. So this can take a while. Come on, nice. Okay. Here's another of this spinning balls with spikes, which unusually don't insta-kill, just deal 2 damage. Which is nice because I just got hit. Okay. Now some platforming on the moving springs. Okay, that's going to be the last spring. Now I need to grab the stick, because if I don't, this red face will blow me out of the level, insta-killing me. Which would be really unfortunate, because the next screen is a checkpoint. So that's a sad place today. Hey Rumbic, the run is going really well. Oh, I say as I die. How are you doing? It's fine, I only had 2 HP, so it's nice to refresh my hit points. Okay, and here's another stick part. This guy always takes 4 hits, even if I have a stick, which I think you have to have at this point. And there's this cloud, which mercifully only takes 5 hits. Oh my. Spring trolled me. Whatever. And nothing else in this stage deals any hit point damage. It's all insta kills from now on. So it doesn't matter that I got hit. Okay. This can be a bit tricky to time, and now last platforming section before the final boss. And here's the Dark Queen. She takes the standard 21 hits, so that was 4, 5, 6, 7. 8, 9, ouch, 10, 11. Okay, shouldn't be trying to do that. 12, 13, 14, 15, 14. 7 more. 6 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and she's down. And that's the game. Wow, and that's my PB. Yeah, I think I'm ready at the challenge. For the challenge. Yeah, thanks guys. Okay, so what remains is to schedule the time and do it for real. Yeah, I think I could do another run, but I think it's good enough. Let's not over practice. So yeah, I think I'll be ending it right now. Let's see who is there to raid. Yes, I've been blessed by the big follows. Alright, so that's for it. I see that I think it's only alpha streaming, so let's ride alpha. And thanks for coming guys, it was nice to have you. See you during the watch challenge, I hope